everything there. Okay, hello there. Welcome. My name is Lucy. I'll be helping you with all your skincare worries today. How are you doing? Okay. Oh, bless you. You're in the right place. You are. Now, I'm looking at your skin now, and honestly, I've seen far, far worse. I have, so rest assured, we'll get all your problems sorted. We will, I promise. Why don't you start by telling me how long you've noticed this issue, and we can go from there. Sure. Okay. You've been wearing a mask, I presume? Yeah. Okay. So, I would say that this is classic maskne. Yeah, that's the new sort of phrase that we're using at the moment. So this is acne caused by wearing a mask. Now obviously, it's very important to do so, to protect yourself and others. But, it does come with some issues, especially if you do have previous skin conditions, or perhaps they can just sort of aggravate your skin and you can develop new ones. Sure. Have you ever had any form of acne in the past at all? Okay. How long ago was that? Okay. So I'm very similar to you in that sense. It makes you feel better. Even as a skincare professional, we can get skin problems. We are not immune. So my face at the moment is having a little bit of a flare-up moment, okay? Mainly aggravated by having to wear a mask, I have to say, which is why we've got this nice little sort of screen around us here. Yeah, just so I don't have to wear a mask in these consultations. Yeah. I think the best thing to do is if I take a look at the skin. Okay, so I've got my gloves here. Okay, nice fresh ones. So have you been to see a dermatologist or anyone before? How long ago was that? Okay. Sure, I mean the skin can change, regularly, so if you haven't been to see somebody for a few years, I would say there probably will be some changes. Do you know your skin type? Sort of dry, combination, oily? Sure. Okay, used to be more dry, a little bit oily now. Okay. Let's have a little look. Okay, so just stay nice and still for me. Okay. So is there any soreness with the skin? Okay. Do you find that more like with the areas or the individual sort of spots? Okay. It's definitely located to that sort of mask zone as well. So, do you tend to wear sort of high-necked sort of jumpers or scarves? Anything else sort of around that area? Sure. I know as we move into winter especially, more and more layers get added, don't they? Yeah. I'm just sort of thinking if there's anything else that could have aggravated the skin, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. So you've got nothing on your skin at the moment, just to reconfirm? No, okay. I know when you're asked to come to these appointments, we say, make sure you wear nothing, but some people do have something on. But you've got nothing. Okay, good. So, I think your skin is looking a little bit irritated, is what I'd say. We've got quite a lot of sort of pore blockage, I would say, within the nose zone. Yeah, especially around these sort of little corners of the nose. It can go either way. For me, I can get a little bit of dryness moving into the cooler seasons, but for some, that can be an area for congestion. So for that, I am going to do a little bit of a cleanse, and then we're going to do a little bit of pore removal. Okay, then for the rest of the face, you haven't got sort of you haven't got big clumps of sort of acne. You've just got little sort of individual spots. Okay, so what I'm going to recommend is I'm going to try a couple of minutes of light therapy. Now this is an extra powerful one, so it only needs to be on the skin for a couple of minutes. If you were buying one of these at home, I would recommend anywhere sort of up to 30 minutes use. Okay, just to give you the difference of sort of technology there. Yeah. So I think, as I say, we're going to do sort of a cleanse, pore removal, have a little go at that, and then I'll recommend a treatment plan for you. Perfect. Okay, let's get started then. I'm going to sort of prep the skin a little bit. So what I want to do is I've got these special little wipes here. Now as soon as these, just get one out, as soon as these go onto the skin, they actually have a slight warming effect. Now normally when it comes to skincare, I like to use very sort of cool things, but when we're doing pore removal, we want to almost sort of warm up and steam the skin. I'm not going to sort of overdo it, but I am just going to use this within the nose areas. Okay, can feel it warming, yeah. So, and then I'm going to press this down over it. I'll just hold a second. That's good. So that's already started to open up the pores to prepare it for using the pore removal device. So this is the device that we'll be using. I'm sure you've seen some like this perhaps on social sites. They've become quite popular. Yeah, so the reason why I tell my clients to come and see me to have something like this done is if used improperly, it can cause bruising to the skin. So if you are tempted to use something like this at home, please make sure you just read the manual, look at videos, just use it a bit at a time to start with and build up, okay? Because we don't want to irritate the skin anymore. Perfect. So we've got lots of different sort of little tops here. So we've got lots of different sizes that we can use. It's a little bit too big for that area. This might be quite a good size. I think we may go for that one. Okay, so fit that over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just doing the areas around here. Okay, they're the most congested areas, so I'm going to hold it on for literally a couple of seconds and then sort of move it down. Just turn that around. Okay, so we start on level 1. Okay, so this is just going to feel like a small vacuum. Okay. Okay, right, that has done a good job. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little solution to just help lift the pores a little bit more. Okay, and I'm going to change the top of this to something a little bit finer. Okay, so let's get this one off. So let me get my solution. Where have you gone? There you are. So this is just to help, as I say, just lift the skin a little bit more. Okay, so it's only a small amount, and I just literally just going to pop it over there. Perfect. Okay, let's get the top changed. Go for a very fine one here, just for a more targeted approach. Okay, let's go again. Can you see all the... Yeah, so it comes out quite nicely. Good. Well, I'm really pleased with that. That area was quite congested, and now it looks nice and clear. And my treatment plan will ensure that it stays nice and clear as well. Yeah. So we're going to leave that to just settle down now whilst we work on the rest of the face. So let me just grab a cotton pad. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally wipe this over the whole face. Now this is nice and cool, okay, so it'll be a nice sort of cooling relief. I've got my little bowl of water, just a bit there. Okay, so we'll just, there we go. Oh, the little tool. Yeah, no, I don't like using those. No. If there's a really deep blackhead, I may be more tempted to use that. But I tend to find they really dig into the skin, which I think is quite unnecessary. I would normally just slightly do a little incision to the skin, use that to slightly just leverage it something out, but I wouldn't use it over things like whiteheads. No, but you know, every dermatologist is different, so but I find this sort of approach is a little bit better. Saying that, lots of dermatologists don't like the sort of pore vacuum thing. It's become a little bit of a trend, but I find, as I said, used it the right way, it's effective. So okay, there we go. Lovely. So now I know that the skin is perfectly clean, I'd like to try and use this mask on it. What I want to do is I want to actually combine it a little bit with a skin solution. So this has got a tiny bit of salicylic acid in, okay, which is great for cleansing the skin. It's good for getting rid of bacteria and things like that. So that is what we're going to do now, and then we're going to pop this sort of light mask on, okay? Wonderful. Okay, so we're literally just there we go. This also has tea tree in as well. I just find it works really nicely with the light. Okay, wonderful. Let's get the mask then. I'll just wipe my hands a second. My gloves even. Okay, now, if you haven't seen one of these before, prepare yourself. So, let's get this. Okay, with my little lead, just put that there. There we go. Okay, so this right here is your LED light mask. So this has different light settings prepared to treat different things. So for example, this can be quite good for anti-aging, sort of fine lines, wrinkles, things like that, but it's also perfect for acne and things like acne scarring. So that's why I really like to use it. So this literally has all the LEDs here, got a nice little strap to go around you, nice and comfy. Your eyes obviously will not be exposed to the light. If you'd like to close your eyes during this, it's up to you. And then a little space for your nose and your mouth. Okay, so this is quite a solid piece of kit. So you happy to give this a try? Wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the light on first so you know what to expect. Alright, so let's get my little control panel here. Right, so let's turn it on. And then we'll select the colour. As you can see, it's red at the moment. And we want blue. So There we go. Right, so let's pop that back down there. Okay, so what we're going to do then is I'm going to place this around you. It's going to feel just really nice and comfortable. It won't really feel warm or cool. It will just feel just quite normal, to be honest, room temperature. So I'm going to pop this on you, and then I'm going to set a timer. All right, and we'll review in a couple of minutes. Okay, so let's place this around you. Okay, how does that feel? Wonderful. So, just try and keep as still as you can, but that's fine. Lovely. How's it feeling? Good. Don't worry if you sort of naturally move, that's fine. I think a lot of us would find it quite difficult to stay perfectly still, to be honest. You're doing really well, though. Okay, just a little bit longer. You're doing really well. Last sort of 30 seconds. Last few seconds. Okay, let's get that off you. Just come round you here. There we go. Good. Just let your eyes adjust for a moment. Get this turned off. Alright, let's take a look at the skin. Lovely. So, it's something like this. If you were going to have it at home, I'd recommend using it daily. If you're coming to see me, we would maybe do this once or twice a week. but we'll start to gradually see results on that. It's just going to really start to penetrate through the skin now and just really reduce that existing acne and help to repair any of those acne scars. Okay, so what we'll finish with is a nice sort of what's the word I'm looking for? It almost acts a little bit like a sealant. So we've sort of opened up the skin, we've exposed it, and now we're just sort of making sure everything's nice and sort of, you know, sealed. You know what I mean. You do. So all your pores nice and tight again. The bacteria is prevented from coming in. That's what we want. Okay. So I'm going to use this. Let's get this out. And this is really, really lovely. Good. Okay. So this actually has little tiny little sort of almost like bubbles, and it just sort of goes on the skin and they will dissolve, but they act as cooling, and it's just great for the skin. It's great for the skin. So let's apply some of that now. Okay. Smells nice, doesn't it? It's quite it was almost reminds me of the sea. Yeah. Refreshing. Just come down under here as well. Lots of people forget to actually treat underneath the sort of face with the chin and the neck zone. The neck is particularly delicate, so I'd be a little bit cautious of sort of putting harsh chemicals on it. But things like sort of you know, treatments that are sort of lightly moisturising, not too chemical, that's fine. But I'll just carry this down slightly. Wonderful. Real rubbed it up here. Beautiful. Okay, let's give the hands a wipe. Okay, so we are done for the actual treatments today. Wasn't much point in me wiping those, was there, if I'm going to take them off? But anyway, so what I would say is, looking at your skin, you've got quite mild acne, okay, but if we get it under control now, it's less likely to continue to spread and develop. Alright, I'm not seeing anything unusual at all. You have a sort of combination skin type, so around this sort of zone it's a little bit dry. Around here it's quite oily, so it's important to use things that really balance out the skin. Are you using any sort of cleanser, toner at the moment? Okay, so what people tend to do is, when they have skin issues, they'll go mad and buy every product under the sun. Now that is perfectly normal. I see lots of people who have said, I've gone into panic mode, I've bought every toner, cleanser, spot treatment under the sun, and my skin has reacted. So, simple is what we're going for. Wash the face every morning and every evening. Now you can literally use a flannel, so something like this. Okay, nice and clean and simple. Make sure you have one that's dedicated to your face and you wash it daily. You're going to use soap and water. Very, very simple. If you just want to use water as well, that's also fine. A soap that isn't scented is great, so something that's just sensitive and natural. Okay, cleanse your face twice a day with that. Then what you're going to do is, if you have any spots, I'm going to recommend this to you. Okay, so this is something that is quite a mild treatment, but it's something that's quite effective. So this is Acne Side 5% gel. Now, what I want you to do with this is I need you to apply it directly to each spot. You don't want to put this all over your face, okay? So it looks like this. The box for you. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to try this on one spot first, okay? Leave it 24 hours. If you haven't got any irritation or redness, doesn't feel uncomfortable at all, then you can go ahead and use it on the other spots. You apply, as I say, literally a tiny amount, just enough to cover each individual spot, okay? And that should start to help to reduce the redness and inflammation. And again, things like making sure you drink enough water, you limit your sugar intake, anything that's going to add irritation, we want to eliminate basically, because we want to make sure that whilst we're having to wear these masks, we're doing everything we can to make sure our system is as clean as possible and not contributing to any more spots. Okay? Yes, so are you wearing the disposable masks, or are you wearing the sort of cotton or fabric ones? Sure. Okay, no, that's fair enough, a mix. So if you're going to be wearing the ones that can be popped in the washing machine, then I almost said dishwasher then, popped in the washing machine, then I would try and do that daily. Yeah, you can hand wash them, that's fine. I recommend the if you can't do that, I would recommend, if you can, getting your hands on the disposable ones. Yeah, because at least then you know that you're putting on a fresh mask every single time. Yeah. No, absolutely, you've got to make sure they're covering your nose and underneath here, so it's a bit unavoidable, but as long as the mask is clean, if you do tend to wear makeup in this zone and anything on your lips, perhaps try to avoid that just until your skin settles down. Exactly. No, I completely get that. I do. But you know what? It is what it is. It's a problem. We've got a solution. Okay, so it's just about keeping that skin clean and fresh, simplifying the skincare routine. Okay, and I think we should do a review of an appointment in 2 weeks. Yeah, and we'll review, see how we are, we'll do some more light treatment and see how we go. Wonderful. Yep, so you can't take this precise one, but I will have a prescription for you. Yep, that will be available to pick up from your local chemist. Should take a day or two. Yeah. No problem. Any questions at all? No, that's fine. So just keep it nice and simple. Wonderful. Alright, well I hope that's put your mind at rest a little bit. Good. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Good. Okay then, well I will see you in a couple of weeks. Lovely. Enjoy the rest of your day then. Bye. Oh, lovely.